Okay, so this is the version 2 of the sandwich200 folding compact portable 3D printer. As you can see, it's version 1, and in a frustrated way that there's a much reduced size. I printer both in height and the width, and also there is a reduction in the depth. This one I think is 440 wide, this one's 316. Now I haven't put the sides on yet, this will be arriving tomorrow. Don't laugh too much, but I cut out some of the extrusion from here without, it turns out, quick analysis shows that that has not affected the structural integrity or the stiffness of the frame. So having taken that out, what it has done is reduce the amount of aluminium that's needed in extrusion, thus reducing the cost. Now, it does, however, make the hardboard or whatever is used a critical component of the as far as accuracy is required, because obviously with extrusion in here, which is still in on the back over on the other corner, the length of the extrusion gives you the size of the box, whereas in this case now obviously the span here, that needs to be accurate and needs to be accurately placed as well, and that will be the case in here as well, but we'll have much less extrusion. So this top core part, it's a CoreXY design with let me just push those off there we go, with vertical rods in the H arrangement, and one belt goes above and one belt goes below. They are in both, but both belts are in the same plane. There are a number of designs out there where this is not done, and it's, yeah, never mind, I'll learn. We've also got a couple of bearings to turn it right angle so that the motor can be inboard. Normally what you would do is you would put this motor here, get rid of these two bearings, and then you would have the belt going across like that. Whereas on this printer, having the motors inboard, you can reduce the width by about 20 millimeters on each side, which is a heck of a lot. So this printer is 316 millimeters wide only, with a 200 millimeter full range on printbed, which is fantastic. It's also triple lead screws. Now there's two monster 12 millimeter rods. In this one they're only 8 millimeters, and it was nowhere enough. But also the bed was cantilevered, and you can see, where are you? These bars here. So those two split, and it goes like that, and then the print bed, the cantilever bed, goes down. Whereas here, these pop off here. They're just a push fit. I won't do it because everything's just balanced at the moment. Those pop off, and then the bed will just go down. So the two large rods there keep the bed from tipping sideways and also from rotating, and then triple lead screws. These two front ones obviously make sure that it doesn't go up or down at this end, so that you don't need twist. Also keeps it accurate on other things, and the back one obviously, now this critically depends on the bed itself not being able to flex. It turns out that 4 millimeters of acrylic is enough to stop a bed from flexing when it's on two rails like that, which is fantastic. So I will be taking that. That's an Alu Mark II print bed. So yeah, I do have in here. There is actually a 625 bearing. However, it's there purely for positional things, not for its rolling capability. That's yeah, to get an accurate thing, so that when this starts to wear, it's a screw thread, so it will start to wear, and you would end up with a movement in that, which you don't want, because that will result in the it's actually part of the critical to ensure that the things don't move around. Now, in the previous design, the Z assembly has 4 pieces of extrusion, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those have gone. We've only got the one at the bottom, and then relying on the 2 monster 12mm rods, and then this arrangement here with the for hinging. So the whole thing, when you disassemble it, you take out those 2 rods. These are push fit into here, so it slides in and then down and locks into there, from there to there to there. And here, these are hinged, so that when you lift the top CoreXY, that will rotate rather than stick and bend the rod or crack the plastic. Those rods will come straight out, so you'll be able to lift those 2 rods out, and then drop the print bed down and drop the CoreXY part down. These are much better clips between the 2. They have an interlock system, so they won't move anywhere sideways. The other ones didn't have that, so you could actually this could go, you were dependent on the thickness of the bolt versus the yeah, okay, so just had some interlock on those to make sure that the 2 pieces stuck together. This is a push fit into here, likewise on the other end, so that's steady and off the ground. There's a few little niggles in this design, but it's so critically dependent on positioning of all the parts and everything. I mean, it's a raw pain in the arse it was to design this. I'm going to have to shuffle this around again sometime, but not right now. Anyway, this, when that folds down and then the CoreXY folds down on top of it, this part here has about 3mm of clearance to the print bed ends, and these have to be folded back by 45 degrees, otherwise they come down, and if they didn't, they would smash into these. So by folding upwards of 45 degrees, it misses it there. It's not ideal. I will need to pad these with some neoprene or foam during packing, but other than that, it's good. What else? Oh yes, this is also, you can see that's also hinged, and that will go on, where are you? There, in between there. That's a mistake, that shouldn't be there, that'll be off. That was for the version 1.5 printer, which never made it out. So I decided to replace it with lead screws, but made the mistake of putting it on there. Yay! So that will go on there like that one, so that's hinged as well, so you don't have to remove that lead screw. Really, I should have put 2 lead screws there, but then you wouldn't have the support at the end, so it's kind of, yeah, you'd have to, you'd have to move the rods to the other end, and oh no, don't worry about it. It's easier this way round when you think about it. Yeah, so the extruder will be mounted here, he said. Extruder will be mounted there. It'll be mounted sideways, so that the flex drive will go up and round to the carriage. By the way, I'm using a Mutley 3D flex drive. And the print head will be on a removable structure here, so that's why this is all shaped like this, and this is why I've made the rods vertical rather than having them in the horizontal arrangement, because the horizontal is too big to fit the thing and you can't get it out, because it would have to be too wide to fit the thing, you wouldn't be able to remove it, and then blah blah blah. The reason why it's removable is because when this folds down, it sticks up about this much. That's too much to go in the box. so it had to be removed. Has the advantage that you will be able to put in different extruders and different tools in the future, which is fantastic. Yeah, it really is only that big. That's only 316 wide, and I think this length is 415. These long pieces are 415, so it's about 425-ish wide, including the hardboard. So yeah, I'm expecting this to be. I'm going to test it first. When the flex drive arrives, I'm going to test it at the same speed that Jason's been testing his upgraded Mendel Maxes at 300 to 400 millimeters a second, and I'm going to go up from there and see how it goes. Alright, thank you very much.